This is Unexplained YouTube. Hey Kendall.
Hey Max.
What's up?
We got another one of them big'em feet sightings.
We do. Full disclosure, we've recorded this one before, but today we found new tidbits on it.
Update.
So here we have a video entitled, I think I saw a skunk ape. Please help.
Please help.
Please help. And
dude, it sounds like somebody looking for like help on crate. Hey, got skunk ape. $20 if you get rid of him. 50 if you do a good job.
Please help. The channel is Josh Highcliffe. It's his only video.
Yeah.
189 subs, 200,000 views. So he writes here. Here's exactly what I seen. I'm not sure what I seen. I'm not sure what it is, but can someone please tell me? Is there a person who can do a video analysis or something? I got scared and ran away. I wish I stayed to keep taking the movie.
Yeah.
All right. Date October 24th, 2013. Where? About 9 miles west of Tunica, Mississippi, on my hunting property. Time about 6 p.m. I was out hunting hogs, just sitting in a part of the swamp. I've heard them before. It's not too far from a road. I was wearing hunting camo and just sitting dead still, waiting for it to get dark, because that's when the hogs come out. I hear a noise behind the tree I was sitting on. I thought it was the hogs. When I got around, I could not believe my own two eyes. There was this huge black thing crouched by a dead cypress about 50 yards away. I thought it was a hog, but saw these big shoulders and head upright with hands. It looked like it was digging out the stump. My first instinct was to run. I did not even think of shooting. Then I know no one will believe me. It was like everything slowed down. I was scared. I took out my iPhone and started videotaping it. I guess I pushed the record button twice because it stopped blinking red, but I pushed it again. I hear a truck driving down the road, and the thing stood up. I was trying to be dead quiet, and when it stood up, I could not control myself and ran. That stump was huge, and I guess the sucker was 7 feet tall. I am a hunter, and am pretty darn good at guessing size. That's no bear. I don't know what to think. If someone can tell me what it is, or if someone was trying to prank me, I don't want to go back on my land. This is the first movie I've ever put on YouTube. The video looks better on my phone and computer. I've always heard stories about the skunk ape and Honey Island swamp monster from these parts and never thought about it ever being real. Has anyone seen anything like this in Mississippi?
My God, he's big.
My God, he's big.
He's big.
All right, so that's the guy's story.
Right.
And here we have the video.
Here it is. And all
here
of
it is.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's, when we first found this on, what is it, NVTV?
NZ or MVTV.
Whatever that horrible channel is.
Yeah.
It was, the resolution was like 280p by 1, and it was really hard to see anything. It was really fuzzy. I don't know what software they used to rip their videos.
I think it was called Sony Handycam.
But they can upgrade, man. They can do for an upgrade. Might be time to get the old Patreon out for those people.
I think they just pointed a camera at the YouTube and just, oh, this is how we'll do it.
So I guess the truck doesn't honk, it just drives by, which I didn't hear that either, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. So anyway, yeah, when we first looked at this video on that channel, it was hard to tell.
Oh, yeah.
It's still hard to tell, but it was really hard to tell.
It was super fuzzy, and I mean, it was so hard to tell. We were almost sure that it was somebody just in dark clothing. I mean, that's how bad the quality was.
Yeah, and this kind of sheds a little light, actually. It kind of makes me think of it a little differently.
Right.
I'm no Bigfoot advocate, but this is interesting. There's a dude who did a video where he enhanced it and zoomed up as close as you could get, like 400% or something like that.
Right.
And I had to mute him because he was just talking foo-nanny. but to see it like that was good. Usually when you get people in believe us, we've seen so many Bigfoot videos.
Oh my gosh.
Usually,
too many.
You have no idea, people.
Probably some sort of record.
Usually when you get a guy in a gorilla suit, it's like baggy and it's like it flops in the wind and it just never looks right. But on this one, like it's, there's some, it looks tight and it doesn't look like there's any excess material hanging off the body or anything like that, even when it's crouched and when it stands up.
Yeah, you don't have that kind of flab that's always there. Well, at least with the cheaper quality suits, like I was telling Max, it could be one of those suits that actually comes with like the
it could be stuffed with foam.
Yeah,
or
the
pads
the
or
muscle
something.
pads to make it look like you actually have a gorilla body. That's the thing,
it could
though.
be.
So for gorillas, their posture, when they stand up, they kind of got the booty, and this thing didn't. It was just kind of like flat.
Yeah.
So that was kind of weird to see.
Taking a look at that again. But, it is, even though it's better quality than NVTV, ZTV, whatever,
yeah,
it's still hard to see.
Oh, yeah.
It's still way out there,
To quote the guy who did the enhancements, you just can't tell.
You just can't tell. For the record, it kind of looks like the Patterson Bigfoot to me when it stands up.
Kind of.
The shape is really similar. Even the ass area is really similar.
The buttocks.
Yeah. That skunk ape ass.
Oh, that sweet, sweet skunk ape ass. There's none finer in these parts, I tell you what.
Tell you what.
So, can we get you on a payment plan, or are you going cash?
Oh, mama.
I mean, that Patterson footage. Now, that one has the tushy tush. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it does. Okay, so anyway, let's get back here. So, there's a few moments I like in this video that kind of sway me to being open-minded. I like it when it's like at 120-ish, when it kind of leans up a little bit and it breaks something big off the tree.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive for a video like this, because usually when you get a video, the thing's not doing anything. It's either just staring at you or walking from left to right or right to left.
Yep.
This thing is like breaking the tree.
I mean, there was that one time Bigfoot tried to like jump over.
Oh yeah, down the cliff. Yeah. The suicidal Bigfoot.
Hey Tim, this will be great. Put on this monkey suit that you can't see out of our run-in, and then run down the side of this hill. It'll be fun, dude.
We're gonna get on the internet. Yeah, I guess you're right. There was that.
Yeah.
But this is different than that. It shows some sort of strength. It's not this dude's daughter tearing up this tree, at least.
Flipped over the truck and ain't my daughter.
Another moment I really like in this one is when it just kind of chucks the thing into the water. I don't know if it's a chuck as so much as it just lets it fall. You can't really tell.
Well, he picks it up and he kind of waves it like, huh, I got a thing. And then he kind of just tosses it like a toddler would toss a toy they're done with, just like, I don't need this.
It's pretty cool to see. You don't see that in a lot of Bigfoot videos.
Yeah, no, that's totally just like a that's like a discarding toss.
Yeah.
You just, don't want this.
It really does, from the limited view that we have, look like the National Geographic videos where a monkey is trying to get into the tree to get the termites or something.
Oh, definitely. And see, that was my first thought, too. I'm just like, it's probably just like somebody in the rainforest filming a gorilla trying to get at the termites or there might be honey in there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is that Bigfoot, eats. Bigfoot?
Probably nothing, because they're not real.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's probably why they don't have, places to live, because they're not real. Whoa.
Watch out. Assuming they are for a second.
And that's the thing, though. It's just like, okay, what's it trying to get after? Are there swamp bears, first of all? This is a very, West Coast thing of me to say, but are there swamp bears? I don't know.
You know what? I'm going to find out. Bears in Mississippi.
Okay, well, will you do that? I'll keep talking about...
There's
well,
Louisiana black bear.
But that's Louisiana. I'm talking about Mississippi.
That's right next to it. I'm sure they cross over.
Nah, dude.
Yeah, they get to the state line and they stop.
Yeah, of course, man.
Yeah, there's bears in swamp.
All right. Okay, so
I'm looking at pictures of it right now.
All right, so there's swamp bear.
Yeah, there are swamp bear.
But when this thing stands up, that is not how a bear stands up.
Yeah, it's a little suspect in it.
Well, it's very human the way it stands up.
It is very human the way it stands up. And I'm looking at a hunched over bear from the backside right now, and not looking like what we're looking at in the video.
That's not how bear legs work. I don't think it can go from a squatting position to a standing position like that.
Just have a quick gander at that.
Having a gander.
Not what we're seeing.
That's a bear butt.
Yeah, not what we're seeing.
No.
And especially at 120 in this video, when it kind of goes up just a little bit on its haunches, it's not a bear.
Well, just the way it stands up and the way that when it stands, it also lines up its shoulders. That's to me, that's very human-like.
It is very human, which it could be a human.
I mean, yeah,
and to me, it is a human. Because Bigfoot ain't real.
Bigfoot ain't real.
All right, let's talk about the guy who took the video, huh? So,
yeah,
it's his only video ever, apparently. I'm not sure if the channel was made for this. It seems like it might be.
Yeah, just so he could have an outlet to outreach.
Yeah, I found the guy's Facebook, and there's nothing on it except an image that was uploaded on the same day that this video was published. And it's a picture of a lake. Seems like maybe that was the only day he got on the internet. This is, in fact, his real name. So, yeah, I don't know. There's nothing to say about this guy, because there's nothing that exists of him except for the little blurb that he wrote underneath this video and the video itself.
Right.
So, I don't know. It seems like if he were making the video to get famous, he would have kept at it a bit.
Yeah, he would have been new footage, new sighting. He would have re-uploaded it. He would have
some sort of update, maybe going back to the spot or something, at least.
Yeah, he would have done, the usual suspects kind of thing. When somebody's trying to make a creepypasta, Facebook page or website or YouTube channel, they overhype it, and that's always a big red flag is when you're overhyping it, But this guy, it's the only video he has. Doesn't look like he interacts with anybody. He doesn't try to, dispute anything in the comments. He just seems like a guy who uploaded a video of something weird he saw in the swamp. And the thing is, it may just be a guy in a suit, but that doesn't mean that the guy who took the footage of it actually is in on the prank.
Man, is that dangerous?
That is, well, yeah, it's dangerous, but I mean, there are people, just like there's just people running around right now dressed up as clowns. There are people who just want to, that's what they want to do. They want to get their kicks by freaking out other people.
That's true. That's always a possibility. Maybe they know this guy goes out there. They know it's his land or something.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
if it's known that this guy's a hunter, somebody has a beef, or somebody just wants to like play a prank on him, all you gotta do is just get out there and. But still, though, to kneel sack deep into the swamp, to be squatting there for who knows how long, waiting for this guy to possibly walk by and freak him out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because it says he was just I mean, who knows if the story's true, but according to him, he's just sitting there waiting, and he looks over and sees it.
Right.
Like it could have been there for an hour.
Right.
They could have been that close to each other the whole time. I know I'm a big white puss. I know, but if I were to put on the monkey suit and go out there in the woods, I would be afraid of getting shot.
Oh yeah. Oh definitely.
I not only that, but I'd be afraid of being out in the woods in a monkey suit.
Right. I mean, what if Bigfoot's real and he's like, I want me some of that.
Yeah, seriously. Like if I'm out there in the monkey suit, I'd scare myself.
Right.
It's kind of like if you're alone in your house, sitting in a dark room in a rocking chair, staring at the wall. Like you're the scary thing, and you scare yourself because of it.
Right. I don't know. I kind of like my my scenario of Bigfoot trying to take you back to the old bachelor pad to make you part of the clan.
Yeah, to the hedge to shake nasties.
I'm going to take you behind the blueberry bush. You fancy. I like you.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
That's super unfortunate.
In the swamp, nonetheless. It's not even like a dry, unwet forest.
Oh, no.
You got parasites and leeches and things.
Oh, jeez, man.
You got this guy filming it.
He's just sitting back and going, nice, nice, yeah, nice, ooh, yeah. Now, one thing I'll say about this guy, though, I don't know if this plays into him being, frightened and not thinking about it or not, but he does this on the microphone a couple times. It's like, dude, please stop.
When I was reading his story, it looks like he had some trouble recording. It doesn't sound like he's very savvy with this tech.
Okay, if he's recording with the iPhone, though, where's the microphone on your iPhone?
It's right by the camera. On this one.
Right, mine too. But it's like, in order to be touching that, you'd have to basically get your finger next to the camera.
Yeah. I don't know how the old ones were. Are they the same?
Oh, yeah,
this is a few years old.
This is 2013. Yeah, I actually don't know.
Who knows? Who knows about that? Maybe.
I'm not going to fault a man for not being tech learned.
Yeah. I mean, you brush your... Look, if he was saying this unexpectedly, he's probably actually scared.
Right.
Right? So I could let it slide this once that he brushes his finger across the mic.
Right.
So let's talk about his exit strategy.
Okay, first of all, so he has some sort of weapon on him. Don't know if it's a rifle or if it's a bow or whatever.
According to another article we read, it's led to believe that it's a bow, but we're not sure.
Because he was hunting hog, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I wouldn't hunt hog with a bow. I'd hunt hog with,
howitzer.
Well, you want some meat left, but I would definitely be out there with some sort of high-powered pistol. A Magnum of sorts, 357, 44, that kind of thing.
You're not just going to jump on its back with some piano wire?
I mean, there's some guys who like to hunt, boar with just a Bowie knife, but, I don't have that much brass on my balls, so... I like to have some distance between me and something that could possibly gore me and kill me. So, that's just me though. I'm kind of a papoose as well.
You're just not hard enough.
Okay. I'm swamp learnt. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna get me a big one. I'll show you, city folk. No, I will not do that. Actually, we have javelina out here, and they're smaller than hogs get in the swamps. And those
you're hoping that you can kill it when it eats your legs off and chokes on your legs and dies from suffocating.
Yeah, I killed him. He took my legs, but I took his life. Then I'll be like, what's his face from
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore, yeah, tapping on
Chubbs.
Chubbs, yeah. With my fake legs tapping on the glass. Tink, tink, tink.
I ripped that bastard's eye out.
Okay, so his exit strategy. The dude's got a bow.
Maybe.
If I were armed, I would have stood my ground and been like, "Hey, man, what you doing over there?" You know?
Yeah, maybe.
But at the same time, I guess. Well, and he doesn't mention any kind of smell, and that's almost. It's almost weird to me because every other case that you see about Skunk Ape, I mean, there's cases where people don't even see Skunk Ape, where it's like, "Oh, I smelt him. I knew it was Skunk Ape because I smelt it."
That doesn't mean that this isn't real.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe he just didn't mention it.
Maybe he didn't. Yeah, you could talk to him.
But
maybe you could,
and another thing, which is really weird to me, that might give credit to his story, that he was sitting there for a while before he noticed it. What if he got there and he just kind of sat and just kind of got immersed in the area around him, and he just got used to the smell and didn't realize he was smelling a skunk ape?
It could be.
Yeah.
It could be. Maybe it seems as though if this is real, that's a big if for me.
That's super, yeah.
He probably hunts. It seems like he probably at least hunted here all the time. So maybe it just always smelled that way.
Oh, yeah. Maybe he was...
maybe this thing has been here a while, and it's just always smelled this way.
Maybe he's the guest.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know that I would stand my ground. Because I'm thinking...
I'm not sure I would stand my ground either to retract that statement a little bit. But I would be like, hey, give it a go.
My immediate thought is that there's 20 more of these things above me and behind me.
Above and behind.
Yeah.
It's the sky squatches you got to watch out for, man. That's why we can't see them, because they live in the sky. They're
out of the blue.
They're cloud dwellers, man. Cloud dwellers.
So he gets out of there pretty quick.
Right, he books it. This is where, for Max, this Max likes this part. I don't. This raises more questions for me than it does answers. But that's, for me. He runs for a good portion of this video, about 20 seconds, I'd say. And at one point he stops to kind of look back, and then he keeps running. Okay, I get that. I get that you're scared and you're still recording. I get that too. That totally that checks out with me. That's fine. But why wouldn't you cut that out during post? Why would you not remove that in post editing? Like, why did he?
I mean, he might just not care.
It's true. Oh, and if he's not really tech learnt, then he probably didn't know how and didn't want to mess with it. He just wanted to post it raw, so there would be no questions asked.
Yeah, he probably just put the files up and hit upload. He might just not care. Maybe when he actually looks back, it is in frame. I'm looking at it now. That brief moment where he stops and looks back, I'm trying to see if it is in frame.
Well, I'm sure.
Maybe.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Because I'm pretty sure when he does look back, he is looking back at the spot where it was.
All right.
Yeah.
What if it's gone?
I think it is.
Well, you would have heard sploosh, 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 though.
And not if it went up the tree.
Oh, my God.
That
Sky
freaks
Squatch.
me out. Yeah, Sky Squatch all the way. Sky Squatch to the bone.
But yeah, to me, it's just like, why would you leave that in there? But I guess I understand that either A, didn't know how to edit it, or B, you wanted to just leave it raw footage so there'd be no questions asked. I'm
just thinking of all the things I don't care about on this channel. If I leave it in or not. I think the last 15, 20 seconds of a video, of a Squatch video, are sort of like you're really picking at things not to like,
I guess.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I guess I am just kind of nitpicking. It just, to me, it seemed kind of weird.
It's interesting to see a guy run away for so long. Because usually you see a Squatch video and it's just like once it does whatever, sometimes it's still in frame and the video just stops.
Right.
And you're like, well, what the hell happened next,
He got 8, dude. Sky Squatch.
At least here we know the dude ran away from it.
Sky Squatch swooped down and got him.
Yeah. So.
Well, I mean, and I think after he turns back, I think then he realized, oh, I'm still recording, and then he just, stops recording. I don't think it's like he cuts it in a video editor.
Yeah. It's not a quiet exit he makes.
No, it's not graceful. Well, actually,
if the thing... Go ahead.
I wouldn't say it's not a graceful exit because, I mean, for all the stomping and like, hard running he's doing, he doesn't slip or trip. He knows, like, he's got an exit straight. He's booking it, and he knows where he's going.
Yeah, but it's not a quiet exit. So if the thing hurt a truck, according to what he says, I don't know if it was the honk, but it sounds like maybe he meant the engine. So if the thing hurt a truck in the distance, running through its gears or something, if it heard that and we didn't hear that on the video, it would hear him running behind him.
Oh yeah, no, it was totally aware that he was, turning and burning behind it.
Yeah. Which is kind of scary.
Yeah, I mean that's if it's a territorial animal or if it's just a naturally hostile animal, then it might want to grab at your goodies.
Or a human. Because like you say this, I think the chances of this being how do you say it? So if let's call it this. So if this guy fabricated this, let's call it a hoax. But if this was a prank, let's call it somebody doing it to him.
Right.
Okay. If this was a prank, I think the chances of that are low. Because like you say, if his, and it's all based on if his story is true or not.
Right.
Again, we have to assume it is because it's all we have. If his story's true, I think it's really unlikely. I can't see a guy sitting in hip deep water, crouching in it.
Yep.
In a monkey suit.
Yep.
For however long, So I don't think the chances of it being a prank are terribly great.
Right. And again, they don't do the tall tale, signs of just like your typical Bigfoot, like you were talking about, Max, walking from point A to point B, standing behind a tree, standing just out of shot, crouching, throwing rocks, slapping wood against wood.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that, Bigfoot throwing rocks and hitting trees is, like confirmation of Bigfoot. I can do that.
Yeah, I can do all those things.
Yeah, because, it's all right. So this guy sees me. I'm dressed up as Bigfoot. This guy sees me. He's got his camera. How am I going to spook him? Because he's just standing there and I'm not getting the effect that's desired. Well, I can't really make a spooky noise because it'll give it away that I'm just a dude in a suit. What if I hit this tree with a branch? What if I throw a rock at him? That'll spook him, right?
What if I tear him in half like the animal I am?
What if I unleash the primal beast that's within me?
Well, let's hit the final verdict here. We're on a half hour.
Oh my gosh, Bigfoot, please.
So what do you think?
I was quick to judge this one.
Yeah.
And I got the hiccups now. God save me. This is the end for me. I'm going. Mama, I'm coming home. All right.
Mama, I'm coming home.
So when I first saw it, when it was re-uploaded by some other dingus, I thought for sure that it was interesting because they broke the status quo. They didn't do the typical walking kind of thing. And, so I had to give it acknowledgement and props for that. Just like the jumping Bigfoot. I mean, it's cool. They tried something new, but keep trying. This guys,
was far superior.
It was far superior. If it is in fact a fake, which I mean, you just can't tell. To quote certain somebody who also did a video on this, it grabs the branch or whatever off the tree, or the bark, whatever it grabs off the tree. It pulls it off with relative ease, and it makes a pretty audible snapping sound too.
Yeah.
And then he looks at it and, and then he just kind of discards it, If it was me or you, it would just be like you pull it off and you just toss it aside. He, holds on to it and doesn't think about it for a second. Then he's just like, I don't want this anymore. As if he might have been trying to use it as a tool or something or, whatever.
Just didn't think to throw it. It really reminds me of a video where a monkey throws away a stick.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Yeah. So to me, that's pretty interesting.
And well, my final verdict is, it's good for a Bigfoot video, but you can't convince me that Bigfoot's real until you put one in front of me and say kiss it. So
now kiss.
There's just okay. Anyway, you have anything else to say?
No. All I was gonna say is, there basically is no video or testimony that can convince me that Bigfoot's real. I basically have to like touch one and be like, well, that's a Bigfoot.
Yeah,
yep.
Me too.
Hi,
Yeah.
nice to meet you. It's not that I have a problem with faith or anything, but like, there's so much doubt though.
Yeah.
When it comes to things like this, I mean, out of all the cryptids that we cover, I think Bigfoot's the most plausible. But even so, But watch the video, guys. See what you think. This one definitely, out of all the Bigfoot videos I've had to watch recently, this one has really interested me the most and has really been the most compelling as well.
Link below.
Link below. If there was going to be one that like rivaled, believability for Patterson footage, I'd put this one within like 10 at least 10 of the Patterson footage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That's where this one stops.
Yeah, I'm just rambling at this point. I mean, I don't even know what the 10 scale of the Patterson footage means, but
I was gonna say 10 what?
I don't know.
Let it end.
Just stop it. Just hit stop, Max.